Oh, did you pee on that stick?
No, I haven't had to pee yet.
You gotta go force it out.
We're live.
No, we gotta get is those mics that are off the table. You know, you can just use this mic on it. It's the holder that's
Sway bar.
the sway bar holders.
Something like that.
Because this thing is like kind of always blocking. Kind of just like I don't know. Looks cooler too. Looks more legit.
It's the main thing. We're live, right?
We could do more with the table too. We could do more things.
Like what?
Other things without this big thing right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Not like the actual table itself. More just like things on the
space.
Table. Yeah.
Welcome to Gas Station Cappuccino by Caffeine and Kilos, brought to you by Coffee of the Month. Ghost Rider.
April's
Coffee of the Month, Ghost Rider. Man, it's so good. The Ghost Rider's good.
Ghost Rider's good. I mean, but I'm a light roast junkie, so
Right.
I'm always going to favor in the light roast side.
Actually, right now I've got a cup of nitrane.
Ooh.
Because we have that bag, that open bag of grounds that's in the kitchen right by where I make the coffee. And so I didn't have time to grind. I don't want to like push this back. So I'll whip with nitrane. I like it. I just prefer light roast myself, generally.
By the way, though, nitrane makes a surprisingly tasty cold brew.
Oh, I believe it.
Which I didn't, we had it at the Arnold.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I definitely believe it then.
Yeah, remember that? It was like surprisingly very, very good. Like
So
I never
smooth.
thought about making a dark roast cold brew.
Well, a lot of times dark roast just has a little more of that bite to it, a little more bitter type thing. So with those tobacco notes. So yeah, you get in the cold brew, though, it was just smooth. It's like so smooth.
It was good.
It's great.
Yeah, I have to just make some. Just cuz.
So when are you gonna pee on those sticks?
Probably after this.
No, I'm excited to see what's going on. So
Probably nothing.
No, probably nothing. Dean thinks he might accidentally be in ketosis.
Well, how long does it take?
Oh, I mean, that varies by person.
Like an average.
Okay, so it's your first time ever doing it. It might take 3-4 days, maybe up to a week, to like really be kicking out some ketones. But I mean, if you've eaten low carb or you know, and are relatively lean, but if you've eaten low carb for a while, whatever, I mean, it might be a couple days. Like,
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because I mean, it's probably been like consistent since like Monday. It's Thursday, so.
Oh yeah, no, today.
So it could be possible.
Oh, absolutely. So, I noticed that my pee just smells not the whole time I'm doing keto or in ketosis, whatever. Just when I first kind of make the change, when it's like, oh, like definitely like full on like really kicking out some ketones. I just like noticed that like, oh, pee smells a little different. So it's like if you had asparagus, right? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, that's different, right? But I noticed it then, and then I don't really notice it anymore after that. So I think it's just like the initial time. Maybe you get used to it, or maybe it's just like, because when your body first starts kicking out the ketones, also you're not as good at utilizing them.
Yeah.
So you have like extra ketones you're not using as much as you would once you get more accustomed to it.
Yeah, maybe then. So we'll find out.
Yeah.
I'll have to put it on my story.
I don't use the P6 much anymore.
I'll put on my story of me urinating onto it.
Right, like Ronnie did. Like Raw.
Oh, that's right.
Like Ronnie did peeing in the bottle and then just drinking it.
Yeah, exactly like that.
If you guys want to see some good Instagramming, you got to follow Ronnie Teasdale, Raw of the Earth, name now. You want to get weird.
You want to get woke.
You want to get woke. But he posted a video of himself
Probably one of
Pissing.
my favorite follows I have.
pissing
Probably
in
one
the
of
bottle
my
and
favorite people that I follow.
then drinking it warm.
Well, yeah, straight from the source.
You think it's better warm, or you think it'd be better if it was cool in the fridge?
I think it's piss, so it's always going to be gross.
Well, it's definitely always gross. I was just thinking about it. Like, if I had to drink my piss, I think I'd rather it be warm than cold.
I don't know. Usually things that are colder have more flavor, so probably warm.
More flavor? Sometimes you heat things up, you get more flavor. Like tea?
Well, it's like when coffee cools, it gets more flavor.
Oh, that's
When something's super warm and hot, then it's got.
Well, that's hot.
It's
You're
kinda
talking.
like-
You're talking hot, like body temperature. Like 98 degrees isn't like burn your mouth hot. Like coffee, probably at 98 degrees, you get more flavor than you do for sure when it's at like 200.
Yeah, like a cup of coffee. Say you had like a brewed cup of coffee in the morning,
Right.
and it's been sitting out for a couple hours. Take a swig, it's gonna be pretty strong.
It's gonna taste different, yeah. I don't know. Well, I'm just thinking about water.
I think it's the extremes, right? Extreme cold and the hot has like the least amount of flavor.
Right.
And that middle zone is where you're gonna taste it the most.
really bloom that piss.
Yeah. So it's probably like need to be one or the other.
The aromas. I feel like you start warming things up, start getting more aromas from them.
Yeah, that's gross.
It's like Waterworld. Kevin Costner. But he had like a filter. He like peed in this filter, and then drank it.
What was he filtering out? The only benefit from drinking your own piss is the minerals in it?
I don't know. Well, it's like, and if you got a filter, why don't you just run some of that salt water through that bitch?
Yeah, there's a lot of problems with that movie.
No, that's the only one I could find.
But, yeah, Kevin Costner, yeah. I thought that was him, huh? Mel Gibson, those were the other ones.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking, Fury Road and all those, Mad Max. All the Mad Max movies.
Braveheart. Mad Max Braveheart. Is that going to be the next installment?
Yeah, actually, I really liked the original Mad Maxes, but Fury Road was good too, though.
Fury Road's great if you just want to sit down and not think about anything, because they don't even talk for about the first 45 minutes.
It's true. Very true.
It's just loud music and driving.
True. Most good movies, though, like, you don't even realize there hasn't been any dialogue in, like, 20, 30 minutes has gone by. You get a lot of that, even from some James Bond movies, too. There'll be, like, a big either
action
chase
scene.
or heist chase in the very beginning. And you're, like, fucking right into it.
Yeah.
It's like kind of a staple for James Bond.
Like Triple X or Return of Xander Cage.
That, too, yeah. Yep.
Not a lot of talking until you're sitting at a table playing hand grenade hot potato.
Yeah, classic. I mean, at this point, if as much as we talk about that movie, you still haven't seen it. Like, what are you doing to yourself?
You gotta do it.
Gotta see it.
Yeah. So, well, we have the last week of the Open is upon us.
Yeah.
Tonight's a big night. Get the announcement.
Deadlifts. No thrusters or deadlifts yet. So maybe that's coming.
Also, there hasn't been there hasn't really been a heavy lift.
What if it's just like max snatch, max clean and jerk?
1 rep max deadlift.
You got 20 minutes to establish a total.
Let's break some backs. Let's go 1 rep max deadlift. That's it.
So many failed meme videos are going to be coming from that.
Because fuck them. That's why.
Hey, round and rip.
Round and rip.
Ripping and tearing.
For the ribbon. Sacrifice your back!
How about that ripping and tearing racing?
Oh, I know.
There was this fucking Dante. There was this trailer I was following on the freeway, and it's on the back of rip and tear racing.
What? Okay, so that's fine. That's great. But sometimes I think of like bumper stickers or decals people have, and like, what is wrong with people like that? Okay, so here's an example: is around the corner. I was when I was talking on the phone the other day, going for a little walk, and I get like far corner over there, and there's this truck, and it has a vinyl decal. So first of all, the interior. Let me line this up for you. So it's kind of a beat up pickup, and it's got camo seat covers.
Okay.
And then it has a vinyl sticker across the back window that just says, "I honk if you like bitches."
Was it like a real tree camo, or are we talking like a military camo?
It was a real tree.
Okay, that makes sense.
And I'm just like, what is going on? Like, what is wrong with this person?
Well,
like, you think...
Obviously, they just want to know what people think about bitches.
But like that... But, like, what? Like, what?
Hey, man.
You know?
Yeah. And, well, this is a kind of an industrial area where our warehouse is, so there's a lot of...
Industrious people?
Yeah, there's a lot of, blue collar
I should
men.
I should have taken a picture of it.
A lot of blue collared men in these parts, especially Elk Grove.
I should have taken a picture of it because I just like saw that and I was like, oh man, like that guy. Talk about just going for it.
There's one
like
thing.
putting it out there,
there's
like,
one
hey,
thing-
this is what I'm into.
There's one thing that's a fact, and that this is a white male
Redneck.
in his in his late 20s to early 30s
Maybe
who drives that truck.
Yeah, maybe early 20s.
Yeah.
That's my hope. I was like, hopefully it's just some, 22-year-old kid, like after a few too many, like Coors Lights, pop that on there. Just hasn't come to his senses about it yet. Maybe him and a couple other guys are
if
like,
you're rocking that sticker,
he's drinking Bud.
No, you're drinking like Naughty Light, Naughty Ice,
Nah,
or Keystone Ice.
That's true. He's drinking Keystone.
Yeah, something along those parts.
There's another one on there too. I don't remember what it said now, but there was a secondary one, which was nearly as impressive as the first, but I was just so distracted, I don't remember it now.
There's one thing's for sure is this guy does not like attention.
Oh my goodness. What a mess, huh?
That's funny and also weird.
Yeah, I was like, what? What is going on?
Yeah, there's just, you can go to the kiosk at the mall and just get any kind of sticker you want.
Yeah. You think that's what he did?
Hey, you know what? Make it say this. I don't know if they still do that anymore, but I remember back in the day,
yeah.
like going to the mall as like a young kid, you just walk by like the sticker kiosk and you just see all the stickers you can have made, or he was always like the little guy peeing on like Ford truck or like Chevy truck or like another football team or something.
Calvin's pissing on everybody.
Calvin. And then there was like even like the Calvin like praying ones. Like Calvin was all over the place.
Calvin's like the...
Is that his name?
Yeah. From Calvin and Hobbes.
Is that what that's from?
They're the cartoon, Calvin and Hobbes. Hobbes is like his pet.
Why did he get coined as the sticker kid?
I don't know, but Calvin's... Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, he's pissing on everything.
Yeah, he is.
That is a weird choice. Like, why Calvin?
I don't know. I always think about every time
Why
I see
not Bart Simpson?
Every time I think of those stickers, I think of the movie Money Pit.
Okay.
You ever seen the movie Money Pit?
I don't know.
Anyways, there's a part where like they have this. It's actually a really funny movie. It's your classic like '80s comedy, romantic comedy.
Okay.
And it's with famous actress. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. But then there's what's his name? From Castaway. Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Young Tom Hanks. And long story short, they buy this house, and they think they're getting a smoking deal. They get scammed. It's total money pit.
Right.
Hence the name. Anyways, there's one point he falls into this like, he goes in this like, what are those things called? The like the chain reaction, like with a marble, and it gets to the end goal. You know what I'm talking about? Like it's like a puzzle.
Okay.
But like with like a marble. Yeah, there's a name for those. And like clicks on this, and then it triggers this, and then it goes. You know what I'm talking about?
Kind of like a mousetrap.
Yeah, but there's a name for those things. Anyways, it doesn't matter. So he basically goes into like a human version of one of those in the movie. It's one of the scenes, right? Like not like it just like it like wasn't made for him to go into, but it was like the way that the house was set up. It was like with all the construction, with all the people that are working on it. Basically sends him on this thing like that, and he ends up in this fountain that has like a baby peeing. And like it ends with the baby just like peeing on his head.
The peeing fountains are great.
Yeah, that was a long way to get to the end of that story, but you got to see it to get it.
To really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's funny. It's a funny scene because like there's like opera music playing, and it's just like your typical slapstick kind of situation.
Yeah.
Funny movie though, kind of underrated.
Man, young Tom Hanks.
Young Tom Hanks. This is really young. Like this is like might have been like 80. Like 1980.
Oh, so sometimes we talk about our to-do lists, ideas, and the different ways we do things like that to get things done. I made a change again.
Oh.
I'm back to the power list.
So I need to get back to that too.
So I stopped for a while because I started doing a weekly calendar style to-do list, which was great. And but the thing is what I found is I need to do both. So the weekly calendar thing is on like Sunday, whatever. I mean, you pick basically, but Sunday's a good day to do it. Is you make a list of everything, the major things you need to get done this week, right? And then just like the most important things. Then you organize those in priority order. Then you open up your calendar if you use a journal book, or like I just do it online, Google Calendar. But I open it up, and then the number one priority If that is whatever, write an email, whatever, like, a sales letter, whatever's going on. Whatever number one priority is, I schedule that in Monday, first thing. Like, put it in the schedule. And then with number two thing, I schedule that in sometime during the week. And you just do that until everything that's on that to-do list is in your schedule. So I haven't put things on there like walk the dog 3 times. Because I know I need to walk him 3 days a week at least. And if I don't put it in my calendar, I'll skip it. Because it'll be like,
it's easy to blow off.
And what 3 days? Because I can't do it every day because if my wife's working, then she's still, I can't leave the kids alone in the home to go on the walk, whatever. And so I can there's only 5.
Well, you can.
I could, in theory. So there's only 5 options anyway. So if I get 3 in, if I don't put them on the schedule, next thing I know, it's like Friday and I haven't done any, So anyway, so at the beginning of the week, I plug all those things in. So my weekly calendar, I've already got, say, 10 things scheduled in at the time that I think I'll be able to get them done. And then, for the time, like half hour, however long it's going to take. So I was doing that. I've been doing that. And it works really well. Like, you get a lot of that shit done because then the discipline is just to follow the schedule. You don't have to worry about forgetting things or leaving things out. You get all these really important tasks or things you want to get done. You get them all done. But then what I found was then the little things, though, tended to just not get done. Like, it was just, I don't know, an example.
You're just focusing on the bigger things instead of the more tedious
Right, which
things.
is good. You need to get the big stuff done, but then you don't get sometimes the day-to-day things done that you could or you should. Like you do the big things in between them, you've got a little bit of time, and so you're like, so then you just do whatever seems convenient at that time, or whatever you think needs to be done at that time, rather than something that you kind of determined ahead of time is most important, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, anyways, now back to powerlifting. So I'm doing both, and I've been doing it for about a week now, and it's great. And so I do the weekly planning, then every morning I write the 5 things that I need to get done that day. Some of them are on there every day. Some of them are different every day. 2 to 3 are business related. 2 to 3 are personal related. And I put them in there, and then you cross them off. End of the day, write a W if you did them all, or L if you did it. And then you just try and stack as many W's in a row. How many days can you win in a row? And so doing them both, combining the two, really been it's been good.
Yeah, when I was doing better at my listing, which I need to get back to, there's no reason not to. I actually just one day I forgot my notebook that I usually write my list in, and then it just snowballs from there. It's like, going off a diet.
Funny?
It's like going off a diet for a day, then it's just like, I was off yesterday, might as well eat this cookie today.
Next thing you know, you're at the Chinese buffet.
Next thing you know, you're at Mountain Mike's, all you can eat pizza.
Yeah. Oh, the pizza lunch buffets.
Oh, I can't even go around one because it's just like.
Are you kidding me?
Because I would want to go in.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
one of those things where you just don't, like when you're in college age type thing. It's like we got some time between class. We're going down to the local pizza place the nearest pizza place that has the pizza buffet. Because I'm gonna try them all probably, and then they've always got the dessert pizza.
Oh yeah, like the cinnamon roll pizza situation.
Yeah, the crust. It's pie crust. It's pie. It's just a piece of pie is what it is. Just thin.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, man. It's funny. Now that I'm doing this little kind of 16/8 fasting thing, I might try and throw in that carb load Sunday day. And that might just be just fucking going to Mountain Mike's.
Dude, Sunday lunch. That's it. Go to the lunch buffet.
Actually, it's funny.
I haven't been to a pizza buffet in a long time.
Dude, I haven't either. I couldn't even tell you last time.
But I can tell you one thing. Every time I've gone, I've really enjoyed myself.
Honestly, if we ever do it as a group, we need to go to the Pizza Bell one. That's a little ways in town, over by the freeway. It's the best. They have the best pizza, I think, as far as locally pizza in Elk Grove. I
gotta tell you, the worst Pizza Bell, worst name.
Well, it's the Bell Brothers.
Yeah, I know, but it's just it's Pizza Bell just sounds really funny.
Yeah, it's silly, but everything they have is something Bell. Bell Brothers Heating and Air, Bell Brothers. It could have been Bell Brothers Pizza, I guess, but they just went Pizza Bell. They own they own all the small business in town. They've been here forever, generations or whatever. And they got 2 locations. They got one in town and they got one on the skirts of town, but they both taste the same. Their pizza just tastes unique to its own style. They just do a lot of cheese and a lot of grease.
That's key.
and like a thicker, thicker style crust. But it's fucking good.
Yeah.
So good. And they have a really good pizza buffet.
What? Yeah. I don't know how many times I've been to a pizza buffet that wasn't good.
It's true. The trick is to just completely avoid the salad bar.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to fill up on salad.
No.
Like, it looks good and they want you to.
Yeah.
That's why it's there. Mm-hmm. Like, let's get these morons full on lettuce and bacon bits.
Yeah.
So that they eat less of this pie.
Well, I will say that is what I do when I go to, not pizza buffet, but if I go to a regular buffet, I do put a little bit on the first plate. I put a little bit of salad on there.
So get things moving.
I just want, it's like the broom. You know what I mean? You gotta sweep things through.
It's funny now. Nowadays, the only all you can eat I go to is going to be sushi.
Oh yeah.
Those are the only all you can eat I go to anymore. Is the sushi ones.
Well, I'll tell you this, that's kind of where I've been at, except now with kids, we've gone to Sizzler a few times.
Is Sizzler all you can eat?
Yeah, you can.
I've never been to Sizzler.
You can get the buffet at Sizzler.
Really?
I'm not saying it.
Is it like a hometown buffet situation? You got hot wings.
No, not nearly.
Tri-tip.
Not nearly as many options.
Far
Like
less.
it's not very good. So there's a really big salad bar, lots of different types of salad, and then there's like some other shit. Like they have like a couple different types of soups. They have like some tacos. There's like taco meat and like or questionable mystery meat.
Tofu powder.
Tofu powder, and then there's there's some wings.
Lots of soy.
Couple wings. Some stuff like that. So there's not like a ton of options, but there's a lot of shit that like kids will eat. Mm-hmm. Mac and cheese, like meatballs, like some little things like that, So it's like one of those things where it's like, and it's right by Costco. Mm-hmm. So it's like, hey, maybe go to Costco on a Saturday or Sunday morning. It's like, hey,
get a chicken bake. Get a chicken bake at Costco.
Talk about things that are so good that I just don't eat anymore.
I think a chicken bake, if I'm not mistaken, has like 2,000 calories.
I was gonna say 7.
I think for one is like 2,000. Or it's like something crazy.
You ever look back at like
at least 1,000?
Look back to things you used to eat or whatever like that and didn't even think twice about, and now you're like, what the fuck?
Well, when you're a kid, you can get away with it, right?
Or just like when you're for me, it was even just like a younger adult, just not really paying attention, just kind of going for it type thing.
Like, when you're a young adult, like how old are we talking?
Oh, I'm talking like early 20s.
Yeah, that's a kid.
Yeah, that's true. But when like I used to get these.
Well, you go to Jack in the Box, you get 12 tacos to yourself.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you do when you're 20.
Yeah, 2 for 99 cents.
It's just like, so fucking good.
From Costco, we'd get the Jimmy Dean sausage sandwiches.
I've never had those.
It's a breakfast sandwich, but it's like pre-packed frozen. Mm-hmm. So it's like...
I used to buy those at the grocery store, the Jimmy Deans.
Oh, microwave and the Jimmy... and
yeah.
they're fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
And then Jessica would
There's a little plastic bag, then you just, you cook it in the plastic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you try and get
some
of that BPA in there.
And you're like,
leach it in.
And the plastic's always like questionably soft and like stretchy afterwards. You're like,
oh, yeah.
How is this not affecting this food?
But I think you just pop one end open and then put it in the microwave. That's what they say to do. Yeah. And so I was eating those, and Jessica kind of make fun of me, like, oh, Jimmy Dean, whatever. And I'm like, I don't really get it. And then I looked one day, and they're like 1,000 calories a pop.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, you're putting that thing down for breakfast before you leave the house in the morning. You're setting yourself up for a caloric day.
Yeah. But they're so good.
They're so good.
It's just because there's just so much cheese on those things, and they're and the sausage patty is like
fatty.
It's like 3% meat. The rest of it's just fat and grizzle.
God, give me that grizzle though.
It's probably good if you're keto if you just eat the patty.
Oh yeah,
and the cheese.
Yeah.
Just get a bunch of Jimmy Deans and you just take the buns off and then just kickstart that fat burning in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kickstart the fat. Not about the burning.
Hey, if you're gonna eat some shit like that though, like in the morning's the best time to do it. At least you got the whole rest of the day to work it off.
That's one way to look. Yeah.
As long as if you set yourself, if you like really got to get the junk food craving out of the way, do it in the morning. And then just clean it up the rest of the day.
So people have been doing it all. See, that's the problem. Everyone always wants to eat ice cream at night. You got to eat ice cream breakfast.
Yeah. It's so, oh God, I swear to Christ.
Ice cream breakfast?
No, that my neighbor, the one we always talk about, one morning I go out there on a Saturday, this motherfucker's eating a thing of Ben & Jerry's. It's like 7:30 in the morning.
I was going to say he's knuckles deep in the bottom of a pint of Ben & Jerry's.
And I just call him out. I'm like, oh, what's up, man? Going a little ice cream for breakfast, huh? He's like, yeah, man, the kids, I just gotta eat something. And I'm just like,
dude,
all right, dude, like, you're not that busy.
You can't.
You're not that busy.
Well, I don't. Irrelevant. Like, it doesn't matter.
Don't blame your kids for the reason why you're eating Ben & Jerry's at 7:30
a.m. It has nothing to do with your ice cream breakfast. You would have been better if you just said, like, oh, man, ice cream breakfast. He'd have been like, yeah, dude, you should try it. It's fucking delicious.
Or you just go, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I would have laughed and went inside.
Seriously. Just like, oh, dude, you should try it. I'm like, yeah.
Gotta eat something, man. These kids, the kids are just going crazy this morning. I gotta eat something.
You should just get him a bag of baby carrots.
Dude.
And be like, next time you gotta eat something, maybe a handful of these.
Oh, dude, he's a piece of work. He's funny. He's actually a really good guy, and he's funny, but it's just like, that's kind of him in a nutshell.
Right, it sums it up.
Like, you don't gotta, like, make up a bullshit excuse about it every time. Dude. Just eat it and just own it. I caught you outside eating ice cream at 7:30 a.m. Like, you're obviously hiding it from your wife because you're eating it out here.
Like, why else are you in the front of the house?
Why are you on the side of the house eating ice cream? 7:30. Oh, dude. I didn't even think about that until just now. Like, he was like, why were you out there eating it on the side of the house?
I'm hiding.
So, because damn well his wife walked by, like, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, no, he probably put on the first half of it in the bathroom.
He's like, oh, I'm gonna go throw this out.
Yeah, well, that's what happened.
This is old. I'm gonna go throw this out.
He grabbed it, and then he was the only one awake. Is what happened, right? And I'm gonna give you a breakdown of this guy's morning. So he gets up, he goes in there, he opens the freezer, grabs the pipe, gets a spoon, starts digging in, and then all of a sudden he hears the door open. His wife's coming out of the room. Oh shit! So he ducks in the bathroom. Mm-hmm. Right, closes the door, turns the fan on, pretends like he's taking a shit, puts down half of that thing, and is like, fuck, I gotta come out of here at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he goes out of there. Yeah, clock's ticking. That only lasts so long. So then, he hears whatever his wife walked down, so he pops out of the bathroom, right? And then is like, hey, I gotta go check on something out front.
Mm-hmm.
And then
the sprinklers are holding up.
Holds the ice cream like between his body and the front door so she can't see as he's walking away from her. Exactly.
One of these tuck jobs.
And then straight to the side yard.
Yep. And then I walked out.
And then you walked out. When you walked out, he probably saw you and he was like, shit. It's alright, he won't tell Leanne.
He won't say it. He won't call me out. God. Oh yeah, a little ice cream breakfast, huh? It's so funny.
Dude.
The kids. Kids are crazy this morning.
I'm getting my garden ready.
Oh yeah, you have an above ground garden, right?
Little raised garden bed. It's like 2 4x4 squares right next to each other. It's like 8x4. It's not huge, but you can get stuff in there.
Nice.
My neighbor, they have some raised garden beds in back, and then they just say fuck it. They put some tomatoes out front.
Oh, nice.
It's like up by where they have like a tree there. It's like a Japanese maple, whatever. Mm-hmm. It's just kind of like behind it. It's like by the fence, so it's in front of it's still in their front yard, but it is kind of like it's not in the grass, It's like a little plantering area that sometimes will have some flowers and stuff in front. It's kind of like behind those flowers, like up against the fence. They just pop a couple tomato cages in, and so then every time they're out front, if anybody's walking by, I make sure to invite them over for some neighborhood tomatoes.
Hey, you guys want a couple tomatoes?
So yeah, only if the neighbors are out front, so they hear me telling other people to pick their food.
Hey, go by Bill's, grab some couple tomatoes.
Yeah, someone's walking by. Hey, if you guys want some tomatoes, come on by. Neighborhood garden right here. I was like, shut up.
They got them in like a. Are they hanging?
No, I got the cages.
They got the cages?
Got the cages.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people like the hanging tomatoes, and then there's like the stand you can get. You know what I'm talking about? The tomato like stand. It's like the big plastic stand.
Oh yeah.
I used to sell those all the fucking time when I used to work at a hardware store back in high school.
I just go cages, but I was thinking of something else. Maybe the stand, because the problem with the cages is when you go to pull the tomatoes out.
There's a thing called upside down tomatoes.
Yeah.
Popular thing.
Okay.
So basically, there's the dirt up top.
Oh yeah.
And it hangs, and then they grow down.
Yeah, and you put that wherever in the backyard or whatever, right?
Yeah, or hang it in the front of the front door.
The problem with the tomato cage, though, is when you're ready to pull them out at the end of the year, you go and like they're all intertwined in the cage, like
Maybe
separating
that's the benefit of the upside down tomatoes.
I think so, like separating getting the because you can't just pull the cage off because the tomato branches are all through the middle of it. I guess really I could just take like some
wire snips
out there,
pull it around.
Yeah, or just this can be easier. I need tomato cage advice. So if you're a tomato growing expert, tell me how to pull that shit out. Email us at podcast at caffeineandkeels.com.
This year you should just try and do upside down tomatoes.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that's like fuck it.
Yeah.
You might just need to buy something, or I'm sure there's a way to rig one.
Yeah, like a pole.
I think all you need is some kind of vessel to hold the dirt in and seed.
My compost ready. I have compost from a year ago. It's all ready, so I put the compost in with the dirt, and then I had some leftover cow shit my neighbor gave me like a year ago, manure. So got that in there. So that thing is gonna be hot.
Yeah.
It's ready.
Yeah, nice.
Maddie's like, why do plants like this? I don't know.
That's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
Wait till you taste these mushrooms I got brewing up under this cow shit.
Yeah. You gotta really stir it in because that cow shit's pretty hot, nitrogen rich. So you gotta make sure to work it into the soil. But how do you?
Yeah. Well,
I'm pumped.
'Tis the season.
It's garden season.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Well, next week we're gonna have to talk about how our overall, how the open went for us overall.
Well, not for me. I haven't done it since the second week.
Yeah, you missed a week, and then after that you just shined it on, huh?
Well, it's like I got like super sick. That one weekend. Week 3, and like didn't leave bed for like 3 days.
Right.
And then after that, I was like, well, I already missed one, and then I just told myself that was a good time to just not do the rest. And then at the same time, I also got really excited about my new training thing.
Yeah.
That's not an excuse.
Is it called Jack Street? Oh no.
No, Lean and Able.
Jack Street is another power athlete program, though.
Power Athlete, man. Shout out to those guys. I've been having a lot of fun on that program. If anybody's looking for like an hour of non CrossFit or non weightlifting, but something more of like a general fitness programming with, that still needs to be done in a gym. You still need equipment, but check it out.
There's some metabolic conditioning in it, and there's
for sure.
There's some heavy strength training. There's some.
It's
just like a good general
top to bottom.
Lean and able.
Top to bottom. So basically, every workout starts off with, anywhere from, 6 to 12 minutes of like on your own cardio to get to get things going.
Get the blood flowing.
Get the blood flowing. Get a sweat going. And then there's like a warm up, and then there's a strength, and then there's like a metabolic conditioning. Sometimes it's sometimes it's lighter depending on the day, and then there's like a cool down.
Yeah.
So it's got everything you need in one day, and if you do it like I do, or I think how it's supposed to be done, in a timely fashion, it's a great workout.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where you look at it on paper, and you could easily make it longer.
Yeah.
As far as and you would not. It'd be a waste of your time.
You got to move.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to move through it.
You got to move through
it.
You got to keep it moving. That's the only way you're going to get like legit results from it, mixed with like a healthier lifestyle as well. I think it's one of those where it's like it looks easy. If you can make it easy. You can make anything easy though. You can make a CrossFit workout easy. You can make weightlifting easy if you don't push the numbers or whatever. Those things can be easy if you don't take them serious.
Oh, we can talk about next week. Is I bought Chariots of the Gods.
Oh, you bought the book?
I bought the book. You were talking about it. You said
you should. I'm burning through it. You could have borrowed mine.
No. Well,
I'm literally reading 4 books at once right now.
But if I borrow yours, then how am I supporting the author of this alien book?
The motherfucker's got 8 million sales. I think it'd be okay.
Dude, that Chuck Palahniuk, he wrote Fight Club.
Yeah.
And a bunch of other bestsellers. Like a year or two ago, apparently, his accountant, his financial advisor, was embezzling, stole all his fucking money. Dude's broke.
Oh man.
This guy, and he had some money. Like, dude, you get 2 or 3 bestsellers, and a couple of them are made into motion pictures, and you're talking something like
selling that
Fight
script
Club,
in the studio.
And then like Brad. Anyway, so he was doing pretty well for himself, and then all of a sudden woke up one morning, found out he was broke.
Oh man, it's like that movie It's like the show Schitt's Creek.
It's like Schitt's Creek, and the thing is, like, there's nothing you can do. Like, it's gone. Like, whatever, the dude goes to jail, but that doesn't get your money back. Like, it's gone. And so
Jeez.
he's like rebuilding. And anyway, I think it might have been Tim Ferriss actually interviewed him after it happened. Someone, I don't remember exactly who, but someone interviewed him within the last year or two, and like since it happened, or whatever.
I just don't understand. I
that
mean, this is a
nuts?
whole other thing. We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah.
We gotta not forget, because that's a whole rant. Like, I just don't understand how people just don't realize it's happening. How do you get so far removed from something like that?
That's the thing too, is he's like, hey, look, obviously, like, I made some, but I don't know.
Maybe the guy could have been just giving him fake reports.
That's what I was gonna say. The guy's probably giving him reports or whatever, or showing him fake reports, and like, use like something like Vanguard, for example. Like, online banking, it's kind of like that too. Like, you send your money off to Vanguard, and it's in a 401k. Allegedly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I've never met Mr. Vanguard.
I heard he's a nice guy.
Yeah. But that's kind of like, I don't know. So maybe that is wild, huh? Not wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. All right. So you 4 books. Really start cranking on that Chariots. Was it Chariots of the Gods?
Chariots of the Gods.
Really start cranking on that.
Which one did you get? Did you get the?
I got the mass market one.
The $7.
$7.
Only problem with that one I noticed is because it said there's like 16 images or whatever of like, and you look at them and they're like almost like because it's like the cheapest quality book you can get. That like they're just blown out and you can't even see anything.
That's perfect.
So it's just like, oh, sick.
That's what you want.
No, I really trust this book.
Pretty short though.
Yeah, it's like under 200 pages.
Yeah, so I just read,
and it's like not a big book either. It's like,
right.
It's only it's almost like a pocket
that's
size.
those mass. So I just read that Man's Search for Meaning, Viktor Frankl, a really popular book, same thing. But it was the copy I had that someone gave me. It was the mass market paperback. So I know exactly what you're talking about, and it's it's like 190 pages or 212, something like that. So it's like exact same size.
Yeah.
Anyway, if I get that thing today, I'll hammer it out before next Thursday.
Oh shit!
And we can go alien talk next week.
Yeah. All right. I need to put my other books away then.
Yeah, because I got like 20 pages left in this one I'm reading now.
Yeah, take a break from the comics too. That's not even including comics. That's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
So much reading.
Yeah.
Like, I used to think, like, man, like, I used to hate reading, and now I read all kinds of shit at once.
That's all I want to do. I'd rather read than watch TV.
Yeah.
Like, way rather.
Sometimes. I'm not fully there, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll just come home before I go to the gym and I'll read for sure instead of watching TV all the time. Especially more recently.
I have found I was doing like what you're doing. I had a couple different books I was kind of working on, and like I kept one by my nightstand, and I would just read it before bed, just like 10 minutes, whatever, every night. And then I had another one that was like in the bathroom that I would just kind of read piece off, and then I had like another one that I would read more frequently. And I found that when I did that, when eventually one of them, I was like, I need to finish this one book, and I just started reading that one and just like everywhere, that I enjoyed it way more.
Oh, for sure. And I think the problem with me is like, I just get really excited about like a new book, and then I just want to get into it.
Yeah.
And then, like you said though, then you end up forgetting shit.
Yeah, and the truth is, if you just would, whatever you're reading now, that just means hurry up and finish that one, and then you can start the other one, and you actually get a lot more out of both of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's so weird with the book situation like I got right now. Like, there's so many books I have that I haven't even started yet that like I can't stop thinking about, but I'm reading these others that I just got.
Yeah.
But I still want to read that one really bad. It's weird.
Well, you know what happens too? If someone gives me one, like if someone sends me a book or gives me a book, like that goes to the top of the list because you want to get it back to them. Or if it was a gift, you want to tell them like, hey, thanks for this. I liked it or not, you know? It's like that has to go towards the top for me. So that happens a lot is the gift books can kind of jump in line, skip line.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll try and get Chariots of the Gods through Chariots of the Gods.
Aliens and Exercise next week. We're going to start new t-shirts also. Aliens and Exercise.
All right. See ya.